the reason why you're still broke is because you're not yet disgusted with your life. You're still comfortable. You know, most of the times some people will say, the truth is that I am so tired of this situation, like I am not comfortable, I am fed up with this situation. But are you really disgusted? Let me tell you, most of the people that are successful, they will tell you this: they had to first get disgusted with their current situations at that moment. They had to first get utterly disgusted. They had to get fed up. You know, there is a time when you just get so disgusted with the situation you're in. You're disgusted with living paycheck to paycheck. You feel you just can't take it anymore. Like you feel this just ain't the life for you anymore. And that, in that moment, that is when the universe will turn things around for you. I really don't know why, but most of the times the universe comes through and turns, you know, situations around for you when you reach that point, when you're utterly disgusted with the situation you're in, when you're disgusted with living paycheck to paycheck and being broke all the time, you know, begging people for money, begging people for support. Like, you just have to get disgusted with that situation. And I believe most of the times the universe, you may think, okay, I'll just say the universe comes through for you, but I feel most of the times when you get to that point, you actually get out of your comfort zone. You push yourself out there, go an extra mile. You're like, whatever comes, I have to make this money. Like, I have to change my circumstances. I don't care what it's going to take. I don't care how hard I have to go, but this has to change. Like, this has to happen. You put in that extra effort, and trust me, the results, you begin seeing the results. Your situation is going to change. Let me tell you guys, I remember there was a time when I didn't have a job, right? And I was so broke. When I tell you, I was in the trenches, guys. I was in the trenches. Like, I was surviving off of, you know, other people. Like, guys, it was bad. It was so bad. And I remember I got to a point where I felt disgusted with my life, you know. I felt disgusted with my situation. I was like, this can't be the life, you know, I was born to live. Like, this can't be my reality. And in that moment, I realized, no, Lisa, you're not going to just sit down in your room and, you know, pity yourself and, you know, cry and wish and do. Like, you have to go out there and make a change. I don't care if you have to wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning and go out there, move from office to office looking for a job. Like, all I knew was that I had to go out there and get that job. All I knew is that I had to go out there and get that money. All I knew is that I had to change this situation. Like, I was very disgusted, you know, with living like that, with living in poverty. And trust me, when I did that, like, when I went out there, for some reason I had so much zeal. Even when I entered people's offices, like, there is this confidence that I had, you know. I wasn't scared to approach people. I wasn't scared to speak, because I knew what I wanted. Like, I knew I am here for this job. I have to get this job because I need this money, come what may. Like, I wasn't, most of the times I am a very shy person, and in normal circumstances I even fear to talk to people. When it comes to interviews, you know, I am not that bold. But my dear, when I got to this situation, like when I was in this situation where I was very disgusted with my circumstances, I don't know where the shyness went. For some reason, I was very confident. I was very bold when I was in those interviews. I was very bold when I was approaching, you know, people in their offices. Like, I didn't care how I looked to other people. All I knew is that I was on a mission, and that mission was to get that job and change my circumstances. And trust me, it didn't even take me more than a week, and I already landed a job, a good paying job. Matter of fact, like, I already changed my circumstances. That's why I feel most of the times, and I'm not saying this to be judgmental, but I feel most of the times you are the reason why you are broke. Like, you yourself, you are the one that is keeping yourself broke. Because let me tell you, the day you feel like this just ain't it for you, this ain't the life you were born to live, you're going to make a change. You won't even know where the zeal will come from. You won't even know where the energy will come from. You won't know where the confidence will come from. And this also brings me to another point. Like, most of the times we have these ideas, you know, because one thing about the universe, it will send you great ideas that can actually transform your life. Most of the times we have these great ideas. You have this idea to start up, you know, that business. You have an idea to take your content creation serious, and for some reason you're holding back. You're like, I don't know how people will perceive me. I don't know how I will look to others. Like, you have, like, for some reason, you know you can do this, you have all these great ideas, you know, but you don't work on them. They just all remain in your head, and you see other people doing it. You see other people beginning their channels and they are prospering, they are making money. You see other people starting up their businesses, their hair business, you know, makeup businesses. People are starting up businesses, online businesses, and they are prospering, they are making a lot of money from it, right? And then there is you. Deep down, you know you also want to start that business. Deep down, you know you have the potential, you know, to do that thing, to start that business, or to work upon that idea. But for some reason, you don't work upon it. You always bring up excuses. You're like, maybe I'll start next year when I get a better camera. Then maybe I'll be able to shoot my content very well. What is stopping you from starting now with your phone? What is stopping you from starting recording YouTube videos using your phone? You know you want to start up that business, but for some reason you're like, I think I don't have the capital. Like, what if it doesn't work out? What if I just make losses and, you know, I waste all my money just goes to waste? How will you know whether it will work out if you don't even start? And let me tell you something about businesses. It's not that when you start this business, it's just going to flourish in, you know, 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. I remember I was watching this one entrepreneur, and he said, for a business to be successful, it is very hard for a business to flourish within something like a year or 6 months. Most of the times, for you to establish a long-lasting business, it may take you something like 3 years or even more. And now you, just because you invested, maybe let's say, okay, you worked upon the idea and you invested in that business and you didn't see returns, you know, within the first 6 months or the first year or the second year. So you decided to give up. You withdrew. You no longer go as hard for your business like how you used to. My dear, let me tell you, you didn't want it as bad as you think you did. You didn't want it as bad as you think you did. For someone who is, you know, very eager, and, you know, for someone who has that zeal to actually become rich and make money and establish that long-lasting, you know, business that can withstand years and years, that person can't just give up on their business just because it stopped, you know, growing, or it stopped bringing profits within something like 2 years. Like, you didn't want it that bad, you know. You weren't that serious about those goals and changing your circumstances. Let me tell you guys, most of the times it is us that keep ourselves broke. When you look at most of these rich people, they have all the money you would wish for, but then they still go hard. They still go hard. Why is it that since they have all this money, they should just, you know, why don't they just sit back and rest since they have all this wealth? It is because they know that to keep that wealth, you have to keep going. You have to keep pushing. You know, I really feel most of the times we actually know what to do. Like, that's the truth. We actually know what to do to change our circumstances. We know what we have to do. We know we have to go hard. We know we have to go out there and do what we got to do. We know we have to put these ideas, you know, into reality and turn them into reality. Like, deep down, you just know. You know what you're supposed to do. But for some reason, you don't act upon it. But then you miraculously expect things to change around you. Miraculously expect, you know, to get rich and your story to change. No, guys. No. it is you that has to change your story. No one is coming to, you know, save you. No one is coming to just hand you money and, you know, pull you out of the trenches and make you rich. Like, it is you. If you don't go hard for yourself, no one is going to go hard for you, right? You know what to do, so act upon it. Stop sitting on your potential, guys. And I feel I am also talking to myself, because I'm not going to lie, I feel most of the times like I sit on my potential, right? Like, I be knowing what to do. Like, let me tell you guys, I am very creative. One thing about me, I am a very creative person. Like, I have so many ideas in my head, you know, that I know if I can only bring them to life and act upon them, I know they can change my life. Honestly, I know I can turn things around. But for some reason, I think I have imposter syndrome, and I feel like I'm not good enough. Like, there is just that thing that usually holds me back. And honestly, like I said, it is because you've not yet reached that point where you're utterly disgusted of your circumstances, and you're really, you know, eager and hungry, you know, hungry for that success, hungry for that breakthrough. Honestly, the truth is that however much I tell you this, however much, you know, I speak all day and tell you to act upon, you know, your ideas and to go hard for yourself, like, if you yourself, you don't reach that point where you're disgusted by the circumstances you're currently in, where you're hungry, you know, where you have that hunger for success, that hunger for a breakthrough, there is nothing that is going to change. You're still just going to watch this video and, you know, scroll past it and get another, like, you're just going to leave all these words right here. You have to first get to that point where you're disgusted by your current circumstances, where you badly need that change, where you badly need that breakthrough. And I pray we all get to that point and, you know, just stop sitting on our potential and explore, you know, explore our potential more, because trust me, being rich is our birthright. Like, you, the universe made you rich. You are rich, you just haven't, you know, explored that potential yet. Like, being rich, you were born rich. It is your birthright. It is your birthright as a person to be rich and not live in lack, you know. We are born to live in abundance. The universe, like, there is a lot of abundance in the universe, you know, that is sufficient for us all. We all have our abundance, like, it's sufficient for each and every one of us. And I just hope and pray that we all reach the point where we can, you know, acquire and explore our abundance. Anyways, guys, I'll just stop this video right here. I truly hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give me a like, share this video to whoever you think might benefit from it, and, you know, subscribe if you haven't already, and always come back for more. Till next time, I remain Lisa. Peace and love. I love you all. Bye.